Very digitized. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Joe? Yeah, I'm just trying this out. I never went live. I haven't gone live in a while, so we're seeing is it pretty choppy? I got my work computer on too at the same time. We are live. Feels pretty choppy. I don't know if I should upgrade my camera. I got this Anchor camera here. How's the audio? Is it all right? All right, cool. Yeah, I use this camera. I used to use the laptop camera, which is really bad, but I think they make a 4K one. Does it kind of chop up when I'm searching on eBay here? Oh, nice. Yeah, I actually want to go to the Anchor store. It looks pretty clear. It looks kind of digitized to me on my screen, so I wasn't sure. So, Joe, do you watch my content for the eBay stuff or the coins and silver, or a little bit of both? Just curious. Oh, wow. What kind of cool coins do you get in Ukraine? What's up, Stacks? What is silver doing today? I always use CNBC because with my job I have to watch bonds. So I always use CNBC for gold and silver. But yeah, what were we at? $76? That's crazy. Yeah, this is the Anchor outlet store I use to I bought like cords there because I used to just buy the cords from Amazon, but I feel like I would get them and they'd be pretty fake. So I'm actually using the Anchor camera. So I'll show you guys what I bought for my webcam, and it has a mic built into it as well. So yeah, here it is. It's $41.30. So it's a good deal. It does a nice job, and I used to plug like a headset in because I didn't trust the mic on my webcam, but it sounds all right, right guys? Again, I can't hear myself how it sounds through the internet. But they supposedly made a 4K one, and it's probably not in the outlet store yet. That's interesting. So, like, obviously Ukraine, like, is it easy to find like Germania mint since that's like in the next country over, or do you get like a mixture of all kinds of European coins? Yeah, these are the sales. So the sales say were 204 bucks. I actually got show you guys here. So I don't know how it looks like in Ukraine, but this is what the store looks like. So when you're like in your actual menu, you can visit your store, and eBay's pretty. They want you to do a lot of stuff for your store, so they want they say create a banner. I had to make like a video too, and I kind of blew it off for a year and a half, and then finally I'm like, all right, I'll just make a video. So like I had to play like a little, make a little 30-second video or whatever. But a month ago, I upgraded from the 27.95 store, which is the basic store subscription, to because I always had over 1,000 items, and I looked at what I was paying eBay. So if you exceed 1,000, so here I'll just show you. If you do store selling fees, so this is what they charge here in the US. So a basic store is $27.95 US. You could do like a one lump where it's only $21.95, but then you pay for the entire year like up front. But the reason I do it, and the main reason I upgraded to the premium for $74.95 is I had like 700 listings at 25 cents a piece, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I noticed like when I went to list things towards the end of the month, I was getting dinged a quarter, which isn't bad. But when you have 700 times a quarter, I was giving eBay like an extra 150 bucks a month because I exceeded the basic store subscription. So they only let you do 1,000 items fixed per month. So I had to upgrade to the premium. But what they do here in the US is they give you a coupon. So when you buy, like I got 50 bucks, so you can buy eBay supplies from this store here. They don't give you a lot of choices, but I mean, I got like super fast. So I ordered some waffle mailers here and these guys here, the 5x7s. And then they have a program here in the United States where you take grab it here. So here are the mailers you get from eBay by actually having a store. And if your coin is worth, and it could be a trading card too or a stamp, but nobody sells stamps. But if your coin is under 20 bucks here in the United States, you cut the envelope in half. So you just take this, and then like, let's say I just sell a nickel, right? So if you sell a nickel, you can put the actual nickel inside the envelope. Again, your coin has to be under 20 bucks. It can't be a real thick coin either. But they let you ship it, and it costs, I think it's like 74 cents. So I'll show you what I just sold. I sold two, like all of a sudden people were buying gold nickel. They're gold plated. They're not real gold, but I got them pretty cheap last year. So these are all the things I got listed here. So like selling one of these for 74 cents. Oh, you guys can't see that. Yeah, so selling like this, and like how did I do it for only 74 cents, which includes tracking. You have to have a smaller envelope. It can't be thick either. This is actually pretty thick. That's like as thick as you want to go. But I just take the coin, take a little painter's tape, and like double it up, put it on the back of the coin like that. So that way when you put it in the envelope, it doesn't slip around. But it's got to be 6 by 5, and then it has to be really thin. So if you don't do that here, it's minimum like $5, which makes the coin really expensive. So that's a rule here in the United States, at least for eBay. If your coin is worth less than $20 US and it weighs less than 3 ounces and it's not thick, you can ship it for as little as 74 cents, and you get tracking as a seller. Because normally what they did in the past is like you would just take an envelope, put a coin in it, and put a stamp on it, but then you don't have tracking. So then you have to trust your buyer. And if your buyer says, hey, I never got it, and they file a claim with eBay, and let's say you shipped a $20 coin to them, it's like the honor system. So they could tell you, hey, I didn't get it, although they did get it. But because you just put a stamp on it, you don't have tracking. So when they file the claim with eBay, you can't prove to eBay that you actually deliver the coin. So eBay has a pretty cool system with First Class that actually allows tracking, but it's not perfect. They lose stuff all the time, and that's how our post office rolls. But anyways, yeah, sold a coin, sold a Matchbox car here for $20. And again, it wasn't mine, it was a consignment deal. A guy that's like 4 years older than me gave me all his Matchbox to list on eBay. We share it, so it's a consignment deal. I've sold other stuff for him. And then this Mont Blanc pen, which is crazy, I just listed yesterday, sold for $150. I'll show you guys what that looks like. So with these pens that are $150, you want to look at the serial number. So you want to take really good pictures. And then the serial number, well, they're always made in Germany. And then the serial number is right here. And this pen's not that old. It's from the 90s, but that was his wife, I guess, got it as a graduation gift. And I'm like, are you sure you want me to sell this pen? And like, I had no idea Mont Blanc pens are worth this much. And I was confused too when I was listing it, because there's other people that are listing it for like $75, but I think those are like the newer modern ones. So people actually want like the vintage ones. Let's see, what else did I sell? And I guess, Joe, if you're still here, like what is in US, what is an actual ounce of silver selling for physically in your country? Just curious. Because here in the US, we're hearing all kinds of rumors that like Singapore or China or Japan, they're paying like $150, $180 US for 1 ounce of silver. So I was just curious if you're seeing that in your neck of the woods. But we always use the silver price, which is basically just the paper. Yeah, and this was an awesome pickup. This Freddy Krueger hand right here. It was actually broken too. Like someone glued the tip back on. But I got that from my local coin shop. It was like December 16th. And I saw it in the case. I was like, oh, that thing's cool. And silver was all-time high. It was 63 back then. So I'm like, how much you guys want for it? And they're like, yeah, $100. I'm like, all right. And then I listed on eBay originally pretty high, like a 300, but then someone bought it for 190. So that was a nice $72 profit. Silver on paper, yeah. And then these albums here are pretty popular. So I don't know if you guys see dance school albums. They're mainly for obviously US minted stuff, but some of them can be really rare. Like there's like a bar one. There's like a gold one where you can put like gold, old commemorative gold in it. And the albums alone are like $250 used. So I've never found one of those. The most expensive Dansko album I sold for was like 150, and it's because it had a Littleton Coin Company on the side. Yeah, I like the silverbacks. Those are cool. I actually got one from, I think, watching Silver Dragons. I got a silverback watching him. I think he just mailed it to me, or maybe it was like something I bought, and then he like included a silverback. But those are really cool. But yeah, other than that, just been selling stuff. This brand is insane. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Willis and Geiger. I didn't until my neighbor brought it over. I'm like, all right, we'll list it. I listed this for $150. It sold within like 10 minutes. Some like Japanese dude bought it in Oregon. So he probably is going to use it to go fishing. But I just thought that was insane. It's like a fishing hat, a used one from 1995 for $150. That's a lot of money. But that brand is very, very expensive because they stopped making it in the mid 90s. And I never heard of it until my neighbor brought it over. So this Morgan Silver Dollar, I picked up, I sold it to someone that follows my channel. And yeah, I sold it to him for $55, which was below melt at the time because melt on these were close to $64. What was it, Tuesday? So 2 days ago. And just blew me away. Like these type of coins, you used to be able to pick these up for like $25, maybe even $20, not too long ago. Yeah, and then this knife was really cool. It was like handmade. And I'm not really into knives or any of the hunting stuff. Again, it's just stuff that comes over from my neighbor. He's like, I think he just turned 70. So he's got a lot of stuff in his closets. But I met him, got pretty close with him last year in May during a garage sale, and he had like these fishing baits like out on his table, and he had some of them like actually in the box, and they were like brand new, never used. I was like, dude, those look like they belong in a museum. And I said, have you ever tried selling them online? You know, besides just your garage sale? And he's like, no. He's like, I used to sell it on my garage sale. He's like, one time I had a bunch of its stuff out, and the guy gave me like $3,000 for everything on the table. So he obviously had a lot of stuff, but he had been fishing for, he's 70 now, so he doesn't fish anymore, but he fished for like well over 40 years, and he's got some pretty cool awards, like where he's got some world records. He's fished all over the world too. But yeah, the relationship started because I was like, hey, why don't you let me like list some? So I like, grabbed 4 that were in the box, and like within like 2 days, I'm like, yep, your first one sold. It was $150. I'm like, I had no idea anything about fishing lures. And I was like, dude, this is crazy. I go, you got any more? And he's like, yeah, I got a whole bunch. So he gave me a bunch. I put a bunch up listed for sale. I can show you those here. Yeah, he's got patches, hats. Yeah, like stuff like this. I mean, I don't even know how old this is, but it's just crazy that he like has stuff like this. And you can tell it's pretty old too, because there's no UPC on the box. When did we start using UPCs here? Like in the early 80s. So, but supposedly he's got thousands of these up north, but he hasn't been well enough to make the 8-hour trip because he's got a lake house like near the Wisconsin Canadian border, which is a good 8-hour drive. So he's got a fishing second home up there in Wisconsin, but he hasn't been able to go to it all year. But he said he's got a lot of this kind of stuff up there. I'm like, dude, go get it. Let's list it. It's not doing anything for you. So anyways, yeah, have you actually, Joe, have you actually been in the at a local shop to buy a physical ounce of silver? And if so, how much does it cost over there? Just really curious. He tried to sell the shop to you. That's funny. So yeah, Pinehurst coins here on eBay at least they're reputable. They're not a fake seller China seller. We get a lot of that stuff here. It's annoying. But 252.62 for three of them. Yeah, it's $84.21 with free shipping, which is a lot. That like 252, that used to be like what a 10-ounce bar was not too long ago. So now that you're only getting 3 ounces of silver for what you used to be able to get like a 10-ounce bar for, it just blows me away. And I actually have I'll show you guys here. I kept a spreadsheet because I used to follow the price of silver like on a weekly basis to see like who had the best deal, and then I just stopped doing it. But I'll go into my Excel spreadsheet here and show you. Yeah, so this is when I stopped really paying attention. But yeah, so September 6, 2022, you could get the Buffalo Warrior 1 ounce silver round for $21.33, shipped to your house for free. And what is that? What does one of those sell for today? Here it is. So one of these today is 95 bucks. Hey, what's up, Numi? Hey, nice. That's crazy. Were they like XF or were they like Mint State Annex? That's so cheap. No, I was looking at, so like this is where like it blows me away. And I'm sure you guys see this too, especially you, Numi. I mean, you concentrate on numismatics, but you know, just like your silver bullion. But like, so this Buffalo Warrior, whatever round, right? It's 1 ounce of silver, like $95. And there's no numismatic value on this whatsoever. Yeah, it looks cool. But I was just looking back. I'll share my screen here. Like, dude, look at this. September 6th on Monument Metals, it was only $21.33. And that was like the cool looking junk, right? It was like not a boring like Liberty round or just your generic Buffalo. It was actually pretty cool. So isn't that insane? So like what is a tube now? So if they're like selling the tube for like 80 times 20, dude, a tube of silver is now $1,600. It 4x. Like how long is it gonna last? That's crazy. So again, this ugly round, which is kind of cool looking, $95 for one, you used to be able to get for under 22 bucks delivered to your house. It's crazy. Yeah, let's see what a graded Morgan is now. Numi, give me like one of the Morgans you picked up. Like what year is it, and what was the grade, and who's the grading company? and we'll do like a search. So you were able to get them for $58, right? Did you get them on eBay, or did you like pick them up locally? Oh yeah, that tuba eagles for 500. I think the cheapest I ever got two eagles, going back like 6 years, was like 540. Yeah, $540. But there was a guy on eBay that had like, I don't know what he was doing. He had like tubes of 1986 Eagles for like 550 or something like that, which was nuts because I remember even back then, when nobody cared about silver, the coin shop would still give you like $40 for an 86 because a nice 86 Eagle was selling for like 55 when silver was like, $30 an ounce or whatever. But yeah, I feel like this time now with silver being so high, and again, I know a lot of you guys have like followed other, um, you know, bigger channels, when they have like their auctions and stuff. And I'm guilty of it too. Like I bought stuff from Silver Seeker during COVID, and I was bored, like getting back into numismatics, and then like I'd pay like $80 for a Morgan. It was all right, but then I would be like, all right, what is this really worth? So I'd go to like the coin shop and they're like, oh, we'll give you $40 for it. I'm like, dude, I just paid 85 from Silver Seeker, on an auction, obviously supporting his channel. But I was just like, dude, I lost $45. But now it's like, I feel like everyone that's made, those impulse buys where you're like, you're just buying that round of silver because you like the way it looks, or it's got an alligator on it, or Mickey Mouse, Darth Vader, whatever. And you're not a fool anymore. I mean, yeah, you paid $45 for it when silver was 30, but now you look like a freaking genius because bare minimum, you're going to get, like $72 for it. Realistically, if you walked into the coin shop today, they'd give you at least, a few bucks below melt. Yeah, Tim, that skeleton head thing was cool. That was actually, I bought that from during like the Halloween show from Empire Precious Metals. Um, yeah, I bought it during one of his auctions. Like no one was bidding on it. I'm like, well, that's a cool skeleton. And then yeah, and then you trade it for so think about it. So your skeleton was what? Was it even was it 3 ounces? It was pretty big, it's pretty chunky, but trading it for three eagles straight up, like, dude, that's the way smarter move because now you have something that everybody recognizes. Whereas like the skeleton head, the 3 ounce skeleton head, poured skeleton head, that's you're only going to get kind of like melt for it. Yeah. So, but that like what year are your eagles now? Here, let's just look at a back date. Dude, $90 for 05, just regular, not an holder. It's crazy. Remember like $90 for an eagle? Like that was like a mint state 70 with like some kind of dude's signature on it or some kind of fancy label. I got into the labels a little bit and then I'm like, this is dumb. This is really dumb. But I remember buying like it was a 2023 American Silver Eagles, and it had this really cool like American flag holder. It was from NGC, but like it was like some guy designed it, and he got a bunch of them graded. And then I ended up like I bought them back then for like 65, $70, but I ended up selling them for like 150 because the label looked so cool. But then I was like, yeah, this is stupid. This is really dumb. Yeah. I like the type ones. I remember walking into my coin shop and when the type 2 came out, and I was just like, man, that type 2 is just, I'm not digging it. So those of you guys that are from other countries, this is the type 1 American Silver Eagle, the reverse. And this is what like the font looks like. And then what was it? 2020? Was it 2021? I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, 2021 when the new reverse came out. Dude, you are like the sniper with auctions, man. I saw some of those coins you picked up. I remember one of your older videos was like a peace dollar that had like toning on it, which is really hard to find. I don't know how peace dollar tones unless it's like in like the perfect environment. But I was like, dude, that thing was freaking cool. You probably sold that at one of your coin shows. Yeah, it was 2021. So I'm trying to find a. Yeah, so this is the Type 2 that they changed. And then they put that little like security notch on it. But yeah, I like this design better than the Type 2. And then I still am not a fan of the font on the numbers for the Type 2s. I just they don't look right. They kind of remind me of like Chinese fakes. Speaking of which, Joe, do you see a lot of fake Chinese bullion where you're at? Because over here, man, it's like horrendous. Like, look at this coin right here. This thing's absolutely beautiful, right? If this was a real coin, that would be very expensive. But when you click on it, this is what I'm talking about. And eBay doesn't do anything about this. So he's got more than 10 available. Oops, I gotta share the tab. So he's got more than 10 available. This thing is absolutely fake. He's only got a feedback of 2. He's selling it below melt with free shipping. And he's already scammed 134 Americans with this bogus listing. And let's see what else he has in his store. I bet you he has like Temu stuff. So we're gonna look at his store. Oh no, he's tricking people hardcore. He's only got 2 coins in his store. A rare 1897S that's frosty that he's got hundreds of, and that he has is a 1921. Yeah, that he's also scammed 26 people. Dude, you're not getting this coin. You're not getting anything close to it. And then how does he have 100% positive feedback? Great seller, good price, condition, quality, and looks good. Well, that was his new OtterBox Defender series, which on eBay you can't sell OtterBox. They'll shit can your account. But yeah, I just joined August 2025, and think about it. So this guy's fake. He's sold 55 times 134. So 55 times 134. He sold over $7,300 of these fake coins. $7,300, like that's a lot of money. And they're all fake. And the buyers he's selling to probably are clueless, but nobody's reported him saying, "Oh, this thing's a fake." But you know, you take it to a local coin shop, that this thing's probably going to be magnetic or it's not going to weigh right. I mean, it's just horrible. So unfortunately, that happens. It's very common on eBay, and they don't do anything about it because what does eBay care? eBay's making like 13% on that $7,000, right? So yeah, eBay's made $1,000 on this one listing of fake Morgan silver dollars. It's horrible. All right, see you, Tim. Oh, you are in the US. Okay. Numi, you got to tell me what Morgan you're bidding on. That's worth over $3,000, so I can outbid you. Just kidding. Who's that? No. I have no idea.
That's Eliza Man.
Oh, really?
You know, that was your whole child. Look.
That's funny.
She's doing mine now. Does it look like Ella? I didn't know.
I'm live
either.
right now, just so you know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know if your kids. So I have 3 daughters, and they like to use those face altering apps, and they look like boys. You know, they turn your face to look like a boy. So they're always like sending photos of themselves. It's hilarious. All right. Well, I'm gonna get going. I just want to see if this live works. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I might do these on a regular basis, especially to kind of help those of you who are newer to eBay, or if you do have a decent coin collection, you don't want to sell it, or if you have other stuff lying around your house. Always here to help with that. But if you got bullion, man, like don't sell on eBay. eBay charges way too much. But if you have like collectible coins or, you know, stuff that you feel, yeah, I guess get a quote first from your local coin shop, see what they'll pay you, but they got to make money. So if you brought in like a Mint State 63 common date Morgan silver dollar, and it's beautiful, and you think you can get like $100 for it on eBay just because it like looks nicer or it should deserve a CAC sticker or something like that, don't bring it to the coin shop, because they don't care right now. They'll probably give you, like, if you're lucky, $50 for it. Or I'm sorry, $55 for it, which is basically what they'll also give you for a cull Morgan silver dollar. So don't bring in graded coins to your local coin shop to sell. Sell those on eBay instead, especially if they look nice. So, but appreciate you guys stopping in. I'm gonna end it early. I got to do a work call here, but yeah, I wanted to see if this live thing worked with my new camera here. And Numi, if you're still in here, I was showing off the Anchor camera. So if you want to do lives yourself from your channel, this is the camera I picked up. And it's actually cheaper than when I bought it. It's like $6 cheaper. So for $41.30, you can buy. You already have an account on eBay, but this is the webcam I'm using right now, and it has a mic built in. But it works really well with OBS. That's what I use to make my videos. And I think they already made like a new 4K version, but it's fine unless like I'm doing. Well, here we can test it here. Let's go full screen. So if I was selling something like, hey guys, do you want to buy this cobalt knife? It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty good. Actually, let me get a coin. Let me see what the coin looks like live. And then you guys tell me if it looks good or not. If I ever wanted to do auctions on YouTube. Here, I got a ugly 1923 Rattler PCGS. So let's see what that looks like in the camera. Yeah. So does that look okay? And I probably have to get like lighting, a little bit better lighting. I don't know. I don't think it's showing like enough detail. So probably would need a 4K camera. Let's grab a proof. Did you guys buy any privies this year? Which one's this? you guys get this year? Paid 105, right? Or 110.95 with shipping. So if silver reaches $100, this thing's only gonna be worth $100. But this is the nice one with the blue felt, not the laser preview one that nobody wants to buy. Yeah, I couldn't get the marine preview. I'm still pissed about that. But I guess if silver goes up to 100 and I have to pay 150 for the marine privy, that's not so bad. But I did try and get it from the US Mint. But I guess the guys that like create bots and buy Pokemon and stuff, they were literally buying silver eagles and flipping them on eBay. It was really annoying. But yeah, here's an example. So I just want to see how good the camera is. So yeah, it's not bad. Ooh, it shows a little hair there. Hope that's outside the capsule. Yeah, it is. So if I did want to do auctions, I could actually use this $45 camera and actually does a nice job. Let's see the reverse, but I don't think it focuses fast enough. Like that would be annoying. Is it focusing? Like, because I don't want to get that Sony camera that's like $1,000 and just have that thing perched and sitting on top of my laptop. But I've been on other guys' streams, Big Apple from New York, and I think he uses his camera from his laptop because and then he'll like bring another guy in, and they'll like be showing their coins, and they look grainy, they look horrible, but people still buy them. But I don't know. I just like with a proof, you want to make sure it actually looks good. Let me show. Who is that? You?
Yeah.
Here, let me show them.
Oh no! Show me that, Alice.
Huh?
They want to see Alice. Oh, Amanda said it looks like Allison. That's up.
This is what my daughter looks like if she was a dude. Unbelievable playing with that stuff. Don't put it under a microscope. All of them have problems. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I actually, I was cleaning up my my workstation here with the boxes and stuff, and I have a scope because I was into that too, man. I was like trying to find like certain VAMs and stuff, but now I was thinking to myself, like, man, if you got to use a microscope to find like the VAM, those aren't as exciting as the ones you can see with the naked eye. You know, like the Morgan Silver Dollar, like the Spitting Eagle one, or the Hot Lips one. Those you can see with the naked eye, or like a an O over S mint mark, or a micro O. Like I like those type of VAMs for Morgan Silver Dollars better. The ones you actually see if you have decent vision. I don't have to wear glasses yet, but I have noticed too, like sometimes when I'm like looking at jewelry and I'm like looking through a loop, dude, your like eyes are like jacked up for like 20 minutes. Oh, I want to show you this cool this thing I picked up from Home Depot. For those of you that just, I don't know, it's just cool. I'll show it to you. So this is I picked this up during right before Black Friday because the Home Depot is not too far from my house. I don't like going to Home Depot unless I have to, but sometimes, like, you know, if you're a dude, you're kind of bored. And I saw this, and it was like, I think it was like 18, 19 bucks. But I think they sell for like 30 bucks, but it's really, really big. Okay. And the magnification on it is not that good, but like, I think it's like 4X. Let me grab a small one here. And then I was watching another channel, And you can get this one on Amazon. And what I like about it is that it lights up and it's got like extra magnification. So like for jewelry. Well, what I really like about this one is like it's small, right? So you can put this in your pocket and you don't look like a freak show like if you're in a estate sale. And you know what you like my coin shop has like loops, but dude, they're horrible. They never clean them. I feel gross when I'm looking at through it. And I kind of feel like a dork when I'm looking at coins with a loop. But sometimes, you know, you do need to look at a coin, see like, is that an actual like natural hit, you know, from back in the day, or is that somebody, you know, scraped it? So, but I'll show you. Grab this proof again. And let's see if I had to magnify it. All right, so I'm gonna point it towards me. So let's see. Oh, everything's in reverse. Oh, helps if this is clean. But let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it's hard. Everything's the opposite, so. That's really hard to hold because like I'm looking at a camera. There we go. Like, is that better? Does that actually magnify it? Or, you know, like it doesn't really make that big of a difference. But I guess like if you're selling live on YouTube or whatnot, this would come in handy. And again, for if you're in like a dark environment, it lights up, which is awesome. That's what I really like, because sometimes when you're out hunting for stuff, especially those of you who can't see close up without putting glasses on, well, if you left your glasses in the car, this is nice to have. And I've actually used it when like we're in a garage and someone brings me a bunch of stuff to look at. I've used this just to kind of use it as a light. So I do like the built-in light, and the light, it's not you know, regular AA or AAA batteries. It's actually a lithium battery, and you just charge it with your regular USB that you'd use for your cell phone. So I really like that feature on it too, because like, you know how it is, guys, like if you have a flashlight and if it doesn't work, and it's, let's say it takes like AA's or AAA's, and then you go look in that drawer for the AA's and AAA's and they're missing, now you got to get in your car and go get some batteries, which is super annoying. And batteries are not cheap. But just based on this camera, I think it does a really nice job. I can even see that added more hair. But then like, okay, you can't really see the privy online. So let's see if this enhances the privy. Oh yeah, you can get real close. It actually looks pretty decent. Yeah, but I've only had it for like 3 months. So, but on my other row will be stuff. And again, those you guys are in the trades, like you do get made fun out of if you bust, you know, go out to a work site and all your tools are Ryobi. Obviously, like Milwaukee and DeWalt are the better ones, and Makita. But I think for just a simple flashlight / magnifying glass, it's really cool. And then these little cheapy ones, you can get those from Amazon. So I'll actually show you guys. I'm not sponsored by them, but so this is the webcam I'd recommend if you're going to sell coins on Whatnot or live on YouTube. And then let's see what the Ryobi. What this bad boy is selling for. Yankee Doodle Saga. My biggest flip this year was a graded penny I bought for $80 in September and sold for $500 in December. Dude, I've never sold a penny for $500. That's awesome. All right, so these are the lights. I guess this is like the stand version. That's kind of bulky. Yeah, here it is. So it's $36. And then this one, I guess this one's kind of cool, right? Because you can actually like mount it. Is it like suctioned on the bottom? Oh, it's a clamp light. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's a great idea because like if you're working under the hood or something, it's actually really smart, the one with the clamp. So yeah, leave it up to junky old Ryobi to come up with some cool ideas for flashlight / magnification. Dude, Brazil? Why would you buy this from Brazil? They make fakes of everything, man. Oh, someone just bought something special. All right. Anyone in the chat like similar to my age? Did you collect a lot of junk wax era stuff? Do you collect baseball cards in the late 80s, early 90s? Do you know about Bill Ripken card? So if you know, you know. So I did this on one of my videos, and it's very inappropriate as a kid. So I think, well, 1989, I was born in 76, so I would have been like 12, going on 13. And I remember pulling this card from a pack. Now, this is not my card. This is my consignment partner's card, and we found it, while I was digging through his house with all the stuff. But this particular Bill Ripken is Cal Ripken Jr.'s brother, right? And so they're both on the Orioles at the same time. Obviously, Cal Ripken Jr. is a Hall of Famer. But the reason this card holds its value, I got to share the screen. The reason this card holds its value is because, and this was, I heard the story. So all these guys had to like take pictures, or maybe Bill Ripken, they were taking Bill Ripken's picture that day for, to be put on a baseball card. So the photographer from Fleer, but dude, how do you not notice? And again, they wrote it on the bottom of the bat for him. And I don't think he knew it was on the bottom of the bat. It was like other guys in the dugout, because like he's like the little brother, Cal Ripken Jr., right? So obviously, back in the late 80s, they're picking on the dude, right? But he's good enough to make the team. I don't know how much he played, but still. So they write F face, explicit language on the bottom of his bat. And it gets through. It gets produced by 1989 Fleer. Like, dude, are you kidding me? And like, I'm 13 years old pulling this card. So, you know how it is. Like when you're 13, you don't have a car yet. Your parents are at work. You come home early from school and you want to go buy some baseball cards. I should have bought more coins back then, but whatever. You're into baseball cards. You're into watching baseball. You're into playing baseball outside, sports, whatever, whether you're athletic or not. So I remember grabbing like these packs, and they were like 50 cents. Maybe the card shop charged $1, because they took advantage of us neighborhood kids. But like, imagine ripping a pack of wax at 13. You're all around with your friends. You have no idea this card exists because nobody knew about this yet. And you look at your card and it says F face on the bottom of the bat, and you're like, dude, no way. So like, I put that aside. Well, I guess Fleer got in really big trouble, and they had to recall all the cards. And obviously when you're taking photos of your card, you want to take, pictures of all the corners. Let's see, did he actually play? He actually did play. He didn't suck. Well, he did in 88. Wow, 207 batting average, and he played 150 games. That's pretty bad. But the prior year, he hit 308. Did he get a lot of home runs? No, dude, he wasn't a power player. He must have been good at defense. So that's weird. Anyways, so then like Fleer had to fix it, and then they put like this black thing on the print, right? So this card this card's like worth like $3, right? But the one that actually says F face on the bottom of it, that one's worth like, that's gone up a lot. But so during COVID, I actually graded mine, and mine was not as nice as this one. Like, mine was, I took care of my cards. I put them in the binder and stuff, but we took them out plenty of times. So when I sent mine in to get graded, it graded like a 7 or something like that, which kind of sucks for a not so old of a card. But dude, these cards, you can get an 89 Fleer set cheap. Like the entire set you can get for like $19, right? But unless it's sealed, chances are someone's already looked for card number 616 to see if this is actually on there. So anyways, I just sold it while I'm doing this live for $67. That's crazy. But I sold it as a set because I saw some other seller sell this set for 75. So whatever, I gave someone a deal. I think I sold to him for like $67, but now he's got the F face card. So didn't know if you guys knew about that. But yeah, Cal Ripken, definitely Iron Man, Hall of Fame, but here's his bro with F face on the bottom of his bat. And this is the only card of Bill Ripken's that's worth any money whatsoever. All the other ones are trash. Like you might as well take them and use them to start your next barbecue or your fire pit. Is most of that stuff from the 80s. So anyways, I gotta jump on a work call. I appreciate you guys stopping. I just wanted to try the live to see how it works, see how it operates. I'm gonna watch it back to see how choppy. But yeah, I guess if I wanted to start selling coins on YouTube, I'm already set up with PayPal or Venmo. I guess I could set up that way. I think Venmo would probably be the better way to do it because then I could have the Venmo on my phone, and then if someone buys it, that that's like newer to the channel or just kind of jumping in, I could show that they've bought it, and then I could do it that way. But the only thing that's different is I do get a discount on eBay just because I have the store and 1,800 items listed. And then I noticed the last time I went to USPS to ship something to my daughter, I paid full full retail price. So there's got to be a way to get a discount on shipping. It's just, I don't want to do eBay live. Like that's too much work. But just to sell it on YouTube or whatever, that would be pretty cool. All right, I grab this call, guys. Appreciate you guys stopping in, and yeah, I might go live again. This is just an experiment today. So you guys take care. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. What's up, John?
Hey, sorry I'm needy.
Oh, that's all right.
What's up, man?
Let me get my headset on. 1 sec.